Hey everyone, welcome to a premiere draft of the Forgotten Realms. So, this is going to be my first draft, but I have heard from my brother some stuff that I need to look out for. So, here, and I did have some ideas myself. So when I was drafting, when I was looking at the cards, I did notice that this deck is very tempo-oriented. Maybe that's just because I've been playing Strixhaven, and Strixhaven was very attrition-based, but it seems like there's a lot of tempo. You really need your 2-drops, and there's a lot of them to pick from. So, and this is going to be very much, we're on the board, trading blows, all of that. The second is also something worth knowing between this and Strixhaven. Monocolored is a possibility. There are very few multicolored cards, and there's very few mana fixing cards. There are treasures to help for mana fixing, but that's about it. There's not even tapped dual lands, and the one Realm of the Dragon Queen that kind of acts as that. You just choose one color and it's that color. It's much like Terramorphic Expanse, except it has a possibility to be untapped if you control a dragon. So, we also have that. So, there's not much mana fixing. So you're probably only going to be 2 colors. This is not like Strixhaven, where you could splash a 3-color deck or even a 4-color deck with environmental sciences and stuff. So, this is going to be 2 color, if not 1 color. The fact that 1 color is a possibility is really interesting. And so then the third thing is venturing into the dungeon. So one of the big mechanics of Strixhaven was learns and lessons, and it played pretty good. Just have a few lessons and a few learn cards, and they all like synergize really well. It's good enough in limited. In the same way, venturing into the dungeons, from my experience, you can just have a few adventure cards, and it will start completing the dungeon. Unless you start having the venture deck, I would treat every venture into the dungeon as half a card draw, and like half a card draw is often good enough in value. From there, as you get more ventures, you might be able to complete Dungeon of the Mad Mage, which is worth more than a card draw in the later game. So that is worth noting. Whew. Just relaxing. In addition, I am going to try to evaluate things from the terms of bread. So if you don't know bread, it is bomb, removal, efficient, aggro, dredge. Bombs will win you the game, so you always want to pick bombs first. Removal helps you deal with their bombs, so you want to pick removal next. Efficient cards are how you get ahead in the game, so you want to get efficient cards where you can. Aggro, if none of these 3 are available, you want to be able to just go aggressive and win the game before the better deck beats you. So aggro is next in the list, so if none of these are available. And dredge is just basically everything else. You pick it because you needed more cards to play. Oof. So, with that valuation, we're going in. So I got this token entry because I bought the Mastery Pass of the previous set just before it closed. I do like that I could buy the Mastery Pass at the very end. It does help me actually pick in time. Oof. Because I usually don't... The Mastery Pass is usually pretty expensive, so I have to know whether or not I have them available. Whew. Here we go. I'll try to talk as long as I can about my decisions, but we are on a time limit. Alright. So, Den of the Bugbear, it's a land when I need it, and it's a playable good creature when I don't need that. Chaos Channeler is a value card. I definitely, so yeah, between these, Wandering Troubadour could be good too. So we have enough red that if we choose red, it will rotate back to us. Minimus Containment is a removal, so I do have to consider that, but there's no white to support it, so when this comes back, if someone has Planar, I have to pick Planar Ally or Evolving Wilds or choose my other color. So, I think I'm going Den of the Bugbear, and then hoping for Chaos Channeler to rotate back. I think... Is this a bomb? I think this is just efficient. I think Chaos Channeler can be a bomb, because it attacks as a 4/3. It's, and then it starts giving me more card draw, basically. I think 4 mana 4/3 is big enough. So, these 2 are actual bombs, so I'm just deciding which one of them I want to take. I think I'm going to go with this, because there's more red cards to come back to me. But Den of the Bugbear, I will pick if it comes back around. Alright. Sphere of Annihilation. I don't know how you don't pick Sphere of Annihilation. What card was so insane that you chose that? Critical Hit is a good combat trick, and it could come back if I roll nat 20s. but I don't think that's what we're going for. I think we just pick Sphere of Annihilation. It's the super removal. This is a bomb. There's not much ways to destroy artifacts in Limited, and I just pump 5 mana in, and then on my turn, I clear everything they have. There was some uncommon that was super powerful that chose them not to go Sphere of Annihilation. Alright. And so yeah, for a while, so generally the way I do it is for the first pack, I treat myself as if I'm 4 colors, then on the next pack I'm 3, then the next pack I'm 2. So we just find where it's available. So, we have Cloister Gargoyle. You have to complete a dungeon. I don't think that's very feasible and limited. Wizard class is 4 mana, draw 2 cards, and then it becomes a late... So this is a late game card. Let's see. So I could see myself ignoring both of these. They picked a rare and an uncommon. That's another theme. We don't have any hints at color right now. So, if mana was spent to cast it, draw... So, let's see. 3 or less. So I think Manticore is kind of a pseudo removal, so I might pick Manticore. Hired Hexblade is also an aggro. Yeah, none of these are really standing out as powerful cards, so it's just a question of, do I want to go Hired Hexblade because it's both aggro and efficient, or do I go Manticore because it can be removal? I think I'm going to go Hired Hexblade as a security measure, though. I know nothing about Magic, but I'm here for the ride. That's perfectly fine. That's perfectly fine. Though I can't stop to explain. So, Cleric class. So, we just played a Constructed Dead with Cleric class. Well, that was absolutely insane. That's because we had the synergy for it. We don't have life gain, so I'm not looking at that right now. Alright, split the party. Choose target player, return half of it. This is kind of the return into an aggro side of the deck. Pixie Guide is just the 2 mana 1/3 most of the time. It's pretty cool that I could get Chaos Channeler to trigger more, but I don't really care. If I'm playing this card, it's because the 1 through 9 is good enough. Vampire Spawn does not really work, so I think we are going to choose blue as our next color. And we just decide whether we're blue-black or black-red. I think the Sphere of Annihilation is so strong that we are one of those two. Split the Party is a very good top end, but it is just a top end. Shocking Grasp, it is a combat trick, but it's such a weird combat trick. So yeah, Split the Party, for sure you auto-selected it. It's a good enough card. Alright. Instrument of the Bards. Cool card draw, but very, very late game. Very, very late game. If you draw it late, it doesn't help you. Notice that all the uncommons were taken and the common was still there. Price of Loyalty is... I'm not aggressive enough to pick Price of Loyalty. I think we're going to be blue-black control for an extent. Rare Draft? Nah, not for me. For someone else who's just starting the cards. Alright, so Arcane Investigator is a 2-drop that then gives me more card draw in a control deck. I actually like this slightly better than Baleful Beholder. So just Silver Raven or Arcane Investigator. I think we're going Arcane Investigator. The 2/1 is good enough body. The fact that could become card draw later on is very good. Alright, Sudden Insight. Draw a card for each different mana among mana values. This is generally going to be like instant speed, draw a few cards, so I need some instant speed for that to be good. I don't see how Horde Robber gets through, so I don't really care for that. Let's see. Is there anything good enough to splash a different color? Meet in a Tavern might be. But I think we just go with Hoarding Ogre or Sudden Insight. We do have some sort of control deck available for us. Sudden Insight... But it's like, what are we holding our mana up for? We don't have it... I guess we hold it up for an Arcane Investigator, but like that's just another card draw effect. Hoarding Ogre, small. Me in the Tavern... I'm going Sudden Insight. Hoarding Me in the Tavern is a better card, but I just don't see us splashing in green this late. We can be one color, basically. I think we just go for that. So, Grim Wanderer is a big creature if you can get the trigger to occur. Charmed Sleep is removal, so I think we might just be going Charmed Sleep. And it looks like we are going to be blue then. So, Arcane Investigator or Charmed Sleep. Oh, okay. Let me think. Shambling Geist is... Of the 1-drops, this is the more playable 1-drop, but that's not where I want to be. I think definitely blue is going to get involved. We have some good blue cards, and it even auto-picks Charm Sleep for us, so... Going with that. So, Scion of Stygia. 3 mana, 2/1 flash, and then it can also tap down creatures, slow them down. This is make them discard a card, and then I lose a life. That's basically it. How is Owlbear a pick 8? That seems like such a good card, but I'm not green. I picked blue because I'm not green. I'm going to pick Scion of Stygia, but if I see another Owlbear, I'm just freaking splashing green. I don't even care. Oof. Alright, another split the party. Deadly Disputes, which I need to sacrifice a treasure. I don't think I have any treasure creation. Yep. So this does help. This is really good in a treasure deck. This is really good. I already have a split the party and a sudden insight. Yeah, I'm going to go with Deadly Dispute. Yeah, it seems like red is still pretty... Well, actually, no, it's not open at all. There's like... I think there's 2 people going red right now. There's 2 people going red right now. So we're going black-blue Dimir control, effectively. At least that's what the first pack tells us. Alright. Spare Dagger, Underdark Basilisk, or Neverwinter Dread. Okay, so I'm actually going to pick the Underdark Basilisk because the fact that an Owlbear Saw play tells me green might be available. And the Spare Dagger, I don't think I play it in this. I don't care about equipments, and that 1 damage is rarely going to matter. Alright. And Basilisk helps me with control. Also, green seems very good as a control color amongst the options. Alright. Thieves' Tools is a win condition that helps with treasure, and the others are not of my colors. Plummet is just way too situational to play. Yeah. I don't like Earthquake Elemental, so I'm going to grab Thieves' Tools. Yeah, green-black isn't a bad control combo, too. So, yeah, we're figuring out what colors we are explicitly. Inspiring Barge is a 4-mana 3/3, gain 3 life, doesn't matter. +2/+2 only works if we're being aggressive. So let's Shocking Grasp to draw a card. Or we could 3-mana 2/3. I think I'm just going to 3-mana 2/3. Give us more 3-drops. Bull's Strength could be a combat trick. I don't think we're red. I'm going to pull back the combat channeler. We're going to pull out the half-elf monk. Oh man, we're punished for not being white. Loyal Warhound. Alright. When it enters the battlefield, you venture to the dungeon, and it's a 2/2. It's a Drake otherwise. When it deals combat damage to a player, put +1/+1, and it could become a... This could become a win condition. This I saw in play. It actually seems pretty good. We actually have some good stuff for our blue-black control. It's just a question of what we want to do. So we have 5 creatures, mostly 2-drops. So our 2-drop is pretty full. The Drake card is hella good. Eccentric Apprentice. Let's see, it ventures into a dungeon, and then it's a 2/2 fly. It does venture. It does venture. We don't have any ventures yet, but I think that is a possibility. This is more for an aggressive deck. This is more controlling. Yeah, I could definitely see a contact out there playing later. Yeah, if you have a decent dungeon build, this is a lot better, but honestly, a Drake is fine. I'm just seeing if I'm losing anything. Yeah, I think we just play Varis. I have no idea. Is no one green? I guess I'm not green, so I guess no one's green. A Barret Mind Sorcerer. I put insert sorcery at the top of my library or in my hand. I don't like a lot of those. Feign Death, Eye of the Beholder is a kill shot at least, but it's an expensive one. 5 mana 3/2 that just puts a split the party or sudden inside my hand doesn't really compel me. Well, we're definitely, whatever we're doing control. So I'm going to grab the Hill Giant Herdgorger, because it's a big 6-mana monster that's going to gain me some life. This doesn't really have targets for me, so I'm going to do it this way. Reaper's Talisman. That is worth noting. I don't think I'm 3-color. I'm just trying to figure out what color I'm pulling out, and I can't find out. When those combat damage to a player to draw a card, we do have a Thieves' Tools to help that through. Thieves' Tools plus Reaper's Talisman actually could be pretty threatening. I never want to attack with more than 1 creature, and this will gain me life in the process. So, I think I actually like Reaper's Talisman. It's either Reaper's Talisman, Fate's Reversal could also be good. We have Varis, we have Hill Giant Herdgorger. It ventures. I'll go with Talisman for now, but the Reanimate could have been worth noting. Boulette. If a creature dies, you put a +1/+1 counter on it, and a 3-mana 2/2. I think we're, at this point, Varis just means that it's really hard not to go green, so I'm going with a Boulette. Herald of Hadar. Black Dragon. Okay, so if I get to 7 mana, Black Dragon could deal with most of the stuff. What's our curve looking like? All right. We do have a Sphere of Annihilation and a Hill Giant Herd Gorger as our top end. Circle of the Moon Druid is a 3-mana 2/4 to block and a 4/2 to attack. So that's actually pretty good. It's either this or Black Dragon, and just the Black Dragon's a little expensive, and we already have a Sphere of Annihilation and stuff for that sort of style. I kind of want to, you want to make sure you have enough 2s and 3s to make sure aggro decks can't beat you. So let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 cards are getting removed if I choose blue. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so I have as much green as I have 6 of each of the colors. Ugh. And 3 color is not going to work. I have no way of making them all work together. Another Deadly Dispute? I'd have to get an artifact before Deadly Dispute starts really being card draw. You find a Cursed Idol, it ventures into dungeons, it gives me a treasure token. Treasure tokens allow me to get to my Hill Giant Herd Gorger. I think, yeah, green has to stay. I definitely agree. Varis is just so good. I'm going to go with you find a Cursed Idol because it can be removal at times, and it otherwise ventures me into dungeons. Alright. Plummet. Ginny Windseer. I'm going to go with Herald of Hadar. It's a 5-mana 4/4. It acts as a win condition sometimes. Blue Flyer. Oh, it's a blue flyer. You're right. But I have to... 1, 2... Black is not getting much support. It has Sphere of Annihilation, and that's it. So I think we are going green-blue. I think we're going green-blue. Oof. I think you're correct. We are going green-blue. Alright. Put a land in my hand. Frost Giant, 5-mana 4/5. I'm going to go Contact Other Plane. We do need enough card draw. This is just a good card. Like, 4-mana instant speed, draw 2 cards. Allows us to hold up pretending counter spells. Alright. If we're going to get a big creature, let's get a big green dragon. Between that and Elterguard Ranger, I'd rather have green dragon as my top end. Oh, it's only 6 mana. So I think we're removing the black. Which is sad because we have a Sphere of Annihilation that we're losing with this, but... I think the Grey Axe is actually better. Like, eventually we'll get there, and then we have just a creature that we could give... A flying creature that would give a lot of damage, so... Oof. Pixie Guide, sure, it's a flyer. Okay, yeah, red was just open, but no one wanted it. I'll pick Barbarian Class as a value card, just as money. Alright, Sphere of Annihilation goes in there. Luckily, we could not use Oswald, so I'm okay not having Oswald. Violet, you... So we have very few cards of our color, which is very sad. But I think we're committed to this. So Clever Conjurer to untap, which this untaps lands, which allows us to actually ramp. Otherwise, you come across the river. Your creature can't be blocked. Oop, Vampire Spawn goes in there. So we have 18 cards. 11 creatures. So is it unsummon good enough? I think we're going to go Clever Conjurer because it's also ramp. But yeah, we got a weird spot. Trilara, no, too late for that. Oof. So, let's see. Windseer, Sun Insight, Hill Giant, Herd Gorger. We have a Sudden Insight. This might end up going away for just another Contact Other Plane. I like Clever Conjurer over another Pixie Guide. We have enough of both costs, I think. Just, do we pick Polymorph, Contact Other Plane, or just Clever Conjurer? We are controlling, we already have card draw. Blue Dragon, Secret Door. It helps stop their aggression and will allow us to venture with all the late game we have. Another Split the Party. I feel like Split the Party is not where... This deck would actually rather be Shocking Grass than Split the Party. So I think we go with that. Oh, should have gone the blue dragon? Good to know. Next time. Next time. Yeah, I'm having trouble figuring out where I am exactly. There are generally going to be 23 cards played, so we need one more playable, and then we start pulling out the cards that we're not playing. Yeah, the blue dragon actually could be really good. You're correct. It's just I already have a green dragon, a hill giant. Digisgramp, 2 clever conjurers. You're correct. You are correct. Oh my gosh, what am I ramping to? Alright, Guild Thief is technically something to ramp to. 50 feet of rope. Venture to the dungeon is pretty expensive. We already have Secret Door. This becomes a win condition eventually? I'd actually rather have 50 feet of rope. Yeah. We're having loose ends now. I think someone picked green, and we're having that as an issue. Yeah, should have definitely picked the blue dragon. You're correct there. Rope is better than it seems. I trust you. 4 mana venturing in dungeon constantly, I think could be a theme. We do have Clever Conjurer to untap things and to get ourselves more mana. So, we will see. Definitely this is not Strixhaven. I did not just jump in and like figure out, oh, this is attrition. Let's use attrition cards. Like, this is not as easy to figure out. Yeah, I'd rather have 50 feet as my mana sink. Alright. Another Underdark Basilisk. So, I have 1. Oh, I only have 3 2-drops. I need this Underdark Basilisk. I know it's a big boy. I know it's a big boy. I want the big boy. But we have 3 2-drops, bro. I want the Rime Shield Frost Giant. No denying that. But I just realized I only have 3 actual turn 2 plays. Bag of Holding helps us loot through our deck and eventually becomes card draw. That means Sun Insight is no longer a play. I kind of want to pull out this Bull Strength. Whew. Ooh, suddenly a lot of blue. Alright. So what do I want to pick? Do I pick the... You find the Villain's Lair? I mean, that we do have cards like Contact that they're playing already. So I think it will be You Find a Villain's Lair. Counterspell is broken. I trust you. And I could use it. Alright. It's card draw and counter. Well, it's card filter or encounter. Bulette might be one of the weaker cards for this deck, but it's still a Bulette. It's still playable. I definitely feel like I'm missing a piece. I did something wrong and I'm missing a piece, but it could be an adventure deck, especially if Varis pulls through. Alright, I'm gonna play another. I'm gonna put another Bag of Holding, but I think I'm just throwing this into my sideboard. Yeah. Plummet again if I just find out they have just that many flyers. Ranger's Longbow could be playable. Gives it reach, doesn't it? At least it's a 3-drop. Alright. Well, definitely had some weird stuff that I made a mistake for. We need to pull out 3 cards. That wolf is actually good. Alright. Let's pull out a Bulette, I think. Because it is a creature that gets bigger. But we have to start dying to get things bigger. Or no. We have... let's see. Pixie Guide. The Druid is not good? Really? I have to consider that. I don't... Is Split the Party good? So, yeah, it's fascinating logic, but also I made some mistakes. So I think Circle of the Moon Druid is bad if it's meant to, like, it is an aggro tool. So if you're attacking in with this, it just dies against 2-drops. If you're using it to control... Oh, wow, yeah. If you're using it to control, it also doesn't kill any late game. So it's a 3-mana 2/4, but that's all it is. 2 3s do the same job. Obviously, you have your playstyle with your gut, but I'm going to say my piece. Saying your piece allows me to consider it. This... Alright, so I also think this is not the deck for Split the Party. Split the Party is really good, but it's not the deck for it. I think the last card is going to be Bulette, probably. Do I have more late game? Not in my colors, I don't think. I have Sudden Insight, but... What would I pull out for Sudden Insight? It would just give me a lot of card draw. As for my colors, no. I'm playing all my late game in my colors. I should have definitely picked that blue dragon. You are correct. I just feel like Contact Another Plane is going to do more than Sudden Insight a lot of times. So, Bulette is good. Alright, I have one in the deck. I'm just trying to think, what would I pull out? Is the Back of Holding bad? Let's see. It draws a card, discards. I don't have any... Oh, you find the secret villain's lair. Oh, you could discard them, shoving them into the Bag of Holding. I think this is definitely a deck that wants 17 lands. Oh. I want to pull out the pick... You know, let's just pull out the Shocking Grasp. Let's try the Bulette. Alright. This is really weird. It's a little tough to get working, but when it works, I think it will work well. Bulette is another late game creature, that is true. The thing is I have to kill during their turn, and... Oh, wait. Is this Ranger's Longbow even good? Giving +2/+1 to what? Didn't even realize I have the Ranger's Longbow. Let's pull back in either Shocking Grasp or just a creature. Let's see. Can the Split the Party work? I'm just trying to think. You know, I'm going to play the Split the Party because I just think it's that good of a card, even though our deck doesn't support it. Simic. Varis. We got Varis, and we kind of built a deck around the fact that we have Varis, and I'm not sure if that was a good idea. Yeah, I think this deck is going to have a few issues, but I think overall we'll be alright. Our goal right now is just to get 3 wins, okay? This is definitely a messy deck. Very messy, messy deck. Secret Door into Pixie Guide, and then we could start gain mana. Alright. Pixie Guide we're just playing because it's a 2-mana 1/3. That's literally it. Alright. We'll see how our opponent fares. And they took the time to get themselves a proper color theme. Instrument. So they're the one that took the Instrument of the Bards. Alright. So worst case, I could, if I don't draw a land, I could Clever Conjurer to untap to get me my Ginny Wanderer in play. And then forget that. Generally it's against random people, but the people you drafted with also just finished their decks, so it's likely they're in the card pool. So they'll show up, basically. Ooh. Yeah, it is random people, but just generally speaking, this will show up. So the fact that it only puts it in your hand means this card is very slow. But if this is a Dirtily format, that's good enough. I was under the impression this is not a Dirtily format. 50 feet of rope is so target wall can't block. My secret door! You found a way through! Alright. Let's start with Ginny Windseer. Get myself some Scry. Probably going to Scry 2 thanks to Pixie Guide. Rolling with advantage. Nat 20'd! Alright. Eccentric Apprentice. Do I want this land? I don't... Let's see, if I play the land, I can actually, use it to play Hill Giant Herd Gorger. Yep. And then I get Eccentric Apprentice into... I don't think I need the Arcane Investigator. I think my control is strong enough. Yep. And I'm just gonna swing in instead of playing the Bag of Holding. I want to get damage in now while I still can. Oof. Because they're moving slow, they're obviously a control deck, so I want to be able to move in fast and take them out. Alright, there's the Bulette, but they have no creatures. The 50 feet of rope means the secret door. Gonna Phalanx trigger. I'm gonna attack first, because just this is instincts talking. The fact that I might have to start using the 50 feet of rope to block the... Alright. There's the Herd Gorger. And now we are very much the aggro. Oof. I think I want to venture to lost my Fandelver. Can I venture into Tomb of Annihilation? This guy's very slow, and we just put on the pressure. I might just venture into Tomb of Annihilation. I mean, if he equips that, then he's kind of dead on arrival. Yep. He didn't do much. He was playing the Adventures deck. Like, that's the problem with the Bard. So yeah, I'm going to show you this real fast. Instrument of the Bards costs 4 mana to trigger and only puts the creature in your hand. Yeah. So if you have a good creature, sure, but you're not going to have a good creature most of the time. Delver's Torch is a good card, though, I think. You do have to attack in a lot, but... yeah, I do like how a lot of their abilities in this format are focused on the I have to attack in, but... Also, if I got the Troubadour, that would have actually been really good. But I didn't know I was green. I got Troubadour on pack 1. Alright. Secret Door into Pixie Guide, but then I don't have lands, but I have a curve if I draw lands. I have a perfect curve if I draw lands. Do I keep banking on perfect curve? That's the big question. I do go first. I get 2 draws at a land. There's 17 in my deck. Doesn't matter if it's blue or green. It just needs to be a land. And then with Eccentric Apprentice, I could scry, making sure I get another land. Oh no. No land. And that might be the call for this run. For this, specific encounter. The fact that I missed the land could be all it takes. Yep. There we are. Alright. We're going to play this. And we're going to go to Lost Mine of Fandelver, I think. Yep. Let's see if there's another land on my deck. No. I know it's a counter spell that I can play, but I need lands right now. I'm going to let this thing turn my life into a resource for a while. Alright. Fair enough. So we're tied in health, but he has a faster clock, basically. Or they have a faster clock. Alright, what's next in my dungeon? 1/1 red goblin or a treasure. I think I'm doing it. I just need to decide, do I want the treasure or do I just want the goblin to block next turn? The treasure gives me... I think I just play Direwolf Prowler this turn, and then I'll think about it on a following turn. Because this allows me to use my mana efficiently, and yeah, the moment I draw land, all this stuff starts becoming less of an issue. It's like this opponent's deck isn't exactly aggressive, it's just... Wait. He didn't give this flying? Well... Wait, I could destroy the mace. Alright, I'm gonna scry first. Get myself my lands. Nat 20'd again. Wow. There's my lands! Ugh. I mean, if I get to Herd Gorger, I probably win. Oh, I should have... Oh, no. I'm good. Alright. So I'm blocking with the 0/4. With the Secret Door. The Arboreal Pegasus is stopped. Alright. I'm blocking with a Pixie Guide. What? I could double block. They kill my Ginny Wanderer. Or I can just single block. And the Ginny Wanderer stops them from the future. In the future. I'm going to just double block. I think I'm fine. Kill the Arboreal Pegasus. Alright. Destroy target artifact. And then just end my turn, I think. Wait, I have another island for Healed Giant next turn. Yeah, if I use the Steal Its Eyes, I could create a treasure token and a 1/1 goblin, but I still have to deal with a +2 mace. This is very awkward spot to be, but we now punt here, block and trade there. Like, we are actually getting into an okay spot, though Battlecry drop Goblin does make this much harder for me. Alright. Block there. This is goblins you control. Get it? Alright, that's a Pegasus. That's not a goblin. Alright. And now we get a big scary guy that gains us life. Whew. So we drew 2 lands for a good portion of this game, and we're still in it. So if I attack with Hill Giant, they double block, and that's an issue. Unless I play Bulette, then Bulette becomes bigger when they double block. Search your library. Oh, 4 cards for an artifact. Alright. So with Bulette, if I attack and they double block, I mean, I stop the Goblin Morningstar a bit. I do kill 2 creatures. Yeah. I'm not sure if they realize this, but if they equip that Morningstar to their Arboreal Pegasus, I've been put in a lot of trouble. So, I have to just swing in like that and pray. I recognize that was aggressive and could end badly, but I don't see many other ways of doing it. Because now they are at 3 health. Oof. I think they attack with all, and I'm in a bad spot. I just realized, yeah, now if they attack with all, are they smart enough to attack with all, though? They're not smart enough to re-equip the Goblin Morningstar, so probably not. There, okay. They are smart enough. Alright. Oh my gosh, I didn't realize there was that double sync potential. Alright, so if I block here and here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, that's death. Alright, so if I block here, that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Alright, block here and here, that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I forgot, I didn't realize that the Goblin War Leader also made a tapped and attacking Goblin, and they can trigger that ability several times. That was my 2 mistakes. Deserved loss. I kept a 2-lander. I can't believe I even got close. But, oof. I also did not destroy that artifact in any efficiency. Oh well. Alright. Charmed Investigator into Dire Prowler into a possible contact other plane with any lands. And it holds up as looking like a counter spell, so appreciate it. Alright. We'll see how this fares. I definitely want to get more than one win, I'll tell you that much. Alright, so they mulliganed pretty poor to 6, so that's good for me, right there. Oh man, oh man. So we have the 2-1 to stop presence. Then we give Forest Varis, play Direwolf, and I think we actually go into the longer adventure. Yeah, I'm okay trading. Varis is my win condition. Stopping their Hired Hexblade is going to be a good way of doing it. Next turn, Clever Conjurer. That will allow me to... Yep. Clever Conjurer can block that and just be equal. Oh, whenever you complete a venture, create a... Okay, so yeah. This will take a while. We don't have any others if they kill Varis, so I'm just going to go with Lost Mine as a security measure. I mean, this makes sure I get my lands in time. Allows me to do Direwolf Prowler things. Yeah. We have a 3/3 reach in Ward 1, so, like, we're in a good spot in a lot of ways. Clattering Skeletons. Alright, so I can actually Charmed Sleep this. So I can still Direwolf Prowler. And then use the Clever Conjurer to Charm Sleep that. And, keep my pressure going. Alright. I would like to get a +1/+1 counter later, so let's make a Goblin. Tap enchant a creature, and then it doesn't untap. Perfect. Keep applying pressure. I'm okay double blocking the... Actually, no, I'm okay just taking the hit from the spawn. Way better than double blocking that. Alright, 2/2 Death Toucher. There they go. Alright, at the beginning of the end step, if a creature dies this turn... So I'm going to attack with this, and then I'll play the Bulette if they block and kill. If they don't, I'll contact other plane, look for some lands. Alright. Give a creature -1/-1, try to kill the Direwolf, is my guess. Yep. Evade ability. Alright. And if a creature died, it does not matter what the creature is. Alright. Or what side it's from. So here we are. Bulette. Let's make our Varis even bigger. I could have actually put it on the Goblin and prevented the UNT Faneblade from attacking. But I don't think I really care if that thing attacks. Alright. When I complete the dungeon, I'm going to get a wolf. Alright. Tap target creature, or then tap it and it doesn't untap. I could tap the UNT Faneblade. It gets me a card draw, and yeah, I think we start there. Do I want to tap the Vampire Scion instead? So that I can attack with... Yeah, I'm not going to attack with Varis right now, I don't think. Let's see what we draw. Yeah, we're not attacking with Varis right now, so I'd actually rather tap the Vampire Scion, so I can attack with the 2/2 and the 4/4. Alright. If they block like this, I'm okay. I have Bag of Holding. I can immediately untap the land, so I can draw and discard if I'd like. If they don't kill the Bulette, I get more damage through. Do I just attack with the Direwolf Prowler? Bullet allows me to apply more pressure, and they're out of cards in hand, so I actually prefer applying pressure here. Yep. Knew that trade was coming. I'm okay with it. And that's sorcery speed, in case anyone's wondering why I did that. Whew. White. That's a pretty good card. Fortunately, this is the board it's coming into. Alright. So even if, yeah, if I draw a land, I can just discard the land. And it goes into my graveyard. It goes into my bag of holding. Alright. I'm just going to instance, just main phase contact other plane. Oh well. Like, that's still 4 mana. That's still a draw, too. Okay, yeah, Direwolf Prowler, now that I'm playing with it, I see why it's actually a good card. If they double block, I pump it, kill the vampire spawn. If they attack with a white, I block with Sign of Stygia or Varis. Varis. Really doesn't matter to me. Oh, they have an Eye of the Hive Tyrant. I just now realized. Ooh, tricky, tricky. Untapped Direwolf Prowler. Now I have the Bag of Holding, or I have a buff trigger. So if they try to use the Eye Tyrant, I can double block the Varis and Direwolf and get rid of it. Alright, can't block. Thank goodness. No attacks? Alright, let's put another land in my bag of holding. I don't need any more lands. We do have 17 lands. But this is getting out of hand. Alright. I stick with my plan of attacking with the Direwolf Prowler. And not Varis. Just now, I actually, I think I just do as is. Oh, hey! Big TK WizKid, thank you so much for following. I really do appreciate it. I really do appreciate it. Alright. Now it's Basilisk. Let's do another Lost Mine, I think. Just good card. Ooh, ooh. So, do I want to untap the Direwolf Prowler? Nah, I'd rather untap the Bag of Holding right now, I think. I think we're at that phase in the game. I have a Death Toucher. Ooh, they also had the Den of the Bugbear. Yeah, these two just were kind of stuck on the board. So, turns out those cards were not very good in Limited. I was incorrect about my assessment earlier. So, anytime we can sacrifice Bag of Holding and get 4 lands. Probably not why you would use Bag of Holding. Just rummaging through the entire Earth. So, if I block with Varis, they get a card. They get Rejuvenation. So I'm just going to let them deal 3 damage. I do not care about the 3 damage. Take your 3 damage. Alright. So they could still Eye of the Hive Tyrant. Or Hive of the Eye Tyrant, however you do it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. If I play Green Dragon and attack, do I just win the game? They have 1, 2, 3, 4 blockers. I could deal 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 attackers. Varis probably dies in the process. Next turn. Next turn. That wins me the game, I think. Yeah, next turn that wins me the game. That's my understanding of what's going on. And they can't really do anything to stop it, so... Alright, who do I want to buff? This is a flyer. Let's actually just buff one of these goblins, I think. Turn it into a 2-2. And then we continue our path of attacking with the Direwolf Prowler. Oh! We get to turn into a bird. Alright. So we get to turn this into just a bird. So they can't even effectively block with the white unless they use Hive of the Ire Tyrant, which I'm okay game blocked by the Hive and the white to kill. Or, actually they can't, if they do that, then they lose both. They have to block with Vampire Spawn or something like that. Yeah, if they double block with the white... There we are. Alright, so we killed 2 of their creatures. I think white still triggers, giving them a 2-2 black zombie, but the white's gone. Anything worth untapping? Not really. No, we're just gonna Bag of Holding at the end of their turn. Hobgoblin Captain. Doesn't really solve their board state, so I'm going to let the Flame Skull hit, Green Dragon, and swing in for victory. And that also gives me a 2-2 wolf. Yep. And they no longer have enough... Okay, they have to sacrifice the treasure token to use Den of the Bugbear. And that's why they didn't attack with Flame Skull, because they knew they could not play Flame Skull and hold up Den of the Bugbear. There are 5 lands in Bag of Holding, everyone. There are 5 lands in my Bag of Holding. Almost 6. Alright. I'm going to good game them as I play Green Dragon and close it out. And turn this thing into a 1/1 bird, because everything has 1 health effectively. All blocks end well for me. Even if we lose Varis. Which it costs a whole lot. It costs quite a bit for him to take out Varis. Alright. We might not kill them this turn, but then we have a Green Dragon. You gotta remember, we then have a Green Dragon. Alright. Yep, that looks really good for me. Alright, I'm going to play the land so I can untap Bag of Holding and draw a card. Wow, I went through a lot of my deck. Wow, I went through a lot of my deck. Six lands in my Bag of Holding. Or 5 lands. Nah, we're not going to give you a way out. Hey, there's actually a clever conjurer down there to pick up. Yep. So yeah, 2 Annihilation, basically, if that didn't summon it, the 2 health, summon it the rest of the way. Oh, hey, we were bronze tier 1. Alright, well, let's get to silver. Let's keep racking it up. Let's keep racking it up. Did not realize we were tier 1 in bronze. I thought we were knocked all the way back down to tier 4. Alright. Keep moving. Keep it moving. Moving, moving, moving. Keep it moving. So yeah, surprise, surprise, when we get Varis, it's very good. Two-Tool Wolf did good as well. This seems like a bad hand. We'd have Bag of Holding, and then we're literally spending turns shoving Green Dragons and Endgame into Bag of Holding. I'd rather just have early game. And we have Varis, which is all the early game I could ever hope for. Well, shall we convince them that we're mono green? That's the big question. Shall we convince them that we are mono green? You did that incorrectly. You're supposed to play that, then play a land. Now I'm going to play the island, because the island actually scares them, because now they have to worry about counterspells and the like. Trying to think of what kill spells. Dragon Breath. That's the only kill spell I can think of that could take out Varis here. Alright, so they just level it up. If they have enough lands... They don't even have lands for that. Ooh, I feel sorry. They're a land in their hand deck, but they are not a ramp deck. Yeah, I'm going to tell them, hey, there's no combat trick. Just, you can block the 3 damage if you'd like. And Lost Mine just seems so good. Find a Cursed Idol. Oh, yeah. Yeah. We get to take out to the Druid class whenever we want. Yeah, so turn 5 is Dire Prowler. Trigger it, attack for 7. Or for 4 additional. Turn after that is you find a Cursed Idol, break something, and then contact other plane on their turn. I'm not attacking with Varis. I just need this creature more than anything else. So I'm going to create a Goblin and just attack with a Bulette and the Dire Wolf. I'm not so adamant about killing him that I'm willing to sacrifice my board state. Oof. Sometimes the love just don't feel like it should. So yeah, I'd seen with them not drawing lands. Yep, they're probably going to take a land here. Yep, I would not be surprised if they just grab that island because it gives them something. Yep, gives them a land. Alright, so here's the question. Do I pump Direwolf 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11? What's next? Put +1/+1 counter on target creature? Okay, so I could have actually ventured, turned this into a 2/2, and then swung in knowing that there was no good... Actually, I could have made them lose a life. Give them no way out, basically. Yep, that feels good. Unfortunately, when people get mana stuck, they get mana stuck. Alright. So, because I keep all the cards in the draft, this is already worth it a while. this was already, like, already worth. And the 1,000 gems repays in kind. Need a land or it's completely unplayable. Therefore, we throw it back. So I'm going to throw back a land here. And I'm actually going to play the Bag of Holding first. Because the Secret Door doesn't really help me until a later turn. Or unless they have a bunch of bodies on the board. So I'd rather just do this. Still on for tomorrow? Definitely, T-Lore. I'll be calling you guys, in my time zone, it's 2 p.m. we're going to start, but don't know what that is in your time zone. But yeah, definitely happening. Definitely happening. Have card draw in my card draw. Or land in my card draw. I'm going to put the card draw in my card draw for now. Keep me a little safe. There we are. We now have a playable. Clever Conjurer is a clever card. Alright. Okay, so they know I have a Contact Other Plane in there. That's good to know. They know what cards I'm putting in there. Alright. Loyal Warhound. Seems like a really good card. Alright. I'm now going to have to play Secret Door to keep myself safe. We could get the Charmed Sleep later. Oh, they had to use their treasure token because they had no planes. That's actually... Oh. 2/2 lifelink's really good, but I unfortunately chumped their board, and the Secret Door is going to really help with that. Secret Door, and then do I Bag of Holding, or do I just Direwolf Prowler? Let's see. Yeah, Direwolf Prowler just punts his attack entirely. I like that's slightly better. And yes, I'd rather draw card, sift through cards than venture into dungeons for now. Could definitely change. Probably just, if they attack with all, I'm going to let the Loyal Warhound through. Say you don't have a buff for everyone. Well done. Do I block with the Direwolf Prowler or let it get bigger? Because that's definitely happening. It's a question of, do I block the Loyal Warhound with a 2/2? No, I get bigger later. Direwolf Prowler can get big. Therefore, we let it grow. Take 3 damage. You gain more life. Priest of Ancient Lore. Good card. Good card. Yep. Gosh, what next? They're going to play Cleric class? Alright. We're going to actually start by drawing and discarding. Yeah, this is just a weird draw for us. This is just a really weird draw for us. So now they can't attack because of Direwolf Prowler. And we can't kill them anyways, so... Either they realize and they don't care, or they don't realize. I don't know which is getting which, so I'm just going to pump this up anyways. Yeah, Rally Maneuver is a great blowout card. I'm assuming this is getting First Strike and this is getting Vigilance. Or this gain lifelink. We can still come back with the bag, with just card. Oh, wow. They did it wrong. Alright, kill my secret door. I'll take your Steadfast Paladin with me. Had to use an additional buff because they messed that up. Alright. I think we loot, dropping the dragon, looking for a land. Looking for a land. Yep, I think the land is so important right now. Alright. And we're going to wait for their turn to play Scion of Stygia. To tap their Steadfast Paladin. Or tap whatever they equip their Delver's Torch to. That's fine. A lot of late game in there. I'm okay blocking the 3-1. Kill the Loyal Warhound, get my Scion. I'm gonna start by drawing, because if I draw an island, I want to discard the forest. Alright. I think we actually leave it up so I can kill the Steadfast Paladin on the Swain. Alright, they gave it flying. That was exactly what we were worried about. Yep, so they have all the life they need. We just need to find a way to get the card advantage. So we have the card advantage in here. We have enough for Green Dragon now. Green Dragon will definitely help us, so we might have to pop open the Bag of Holding next turn. Unfortunate. We can pop open the Bag of Holding and still use the Direwolf Prowler, so that's good. And I think 4 card draws is going to be our number. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yep. I'm not worried about their life. We're just going to win by inevitability. So yeah, next turn we have the Direwolf buff, plus crack the Bag of Holding, get ourselves a Green Dragon if we can. Yep. Or we can play Underdark Basilisk. Yeah. And yeah, we ready to crack the Bag of Holding. Or if they really play into it, we draw a card and Direwolf. But definitely getting closer and closer and worse for us. Yep, they only use that. I'm going to crack the Bag of Holding. So they're going to create a Goblin. As they should. Get themselves to ridiculous life totals. Knoll Hunter. Alright. Fortunately, we don't have an island for the Green Dragon. We can destroy a Cursed Idol, but then I think we still die in the backswing. So if I play the Green Dragon, I can block, 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 and then we take 1, 2, 3, 4. And if we don't play the Green Dragon, we just die. So, kind of, we get one option, you know. Want to break the Delver's Torch, but there's not much I can do about that. How's drafting going? Well, we drafted a really weird deck, and we managed, but there's definitely times where we just get in situations like this. We are more of the control deck, and when we don't draw our cards, we don't draw our cards. The problem is we have a lot of double green and double blue cards, so if our mana fixing doesn't... We don't have any mana fixing, so if it doesn't work out, it doesn't work out. That was very smart of them. That was very intelligent on their part. I think that guarantees they're lethal. I've been playing RL2 for the past couple of hours while watching you play MTG. One of the most chill experiences. Always good to hear. They had a venture to make me lose one life, which I think is the deciding factor. Yep. Good game, man. Alright. I think I have one more game in me before the thing ends, so we at least have that. Alright. Where are we in the draft? We are at 3-2, I believe? 3-2. Alright, so we're getting 1,000 gems, so this was worth the while already. If we get another one, we get just another 400 gems in 3 packs. And we get 5 wins, we make up for all of the money we spent. I mean, we've already, as far as I care, I just drafted the most degenerate deck, don't know how it's going to work out. So we have Varis. So if we get Varis, we win. 6 times price of loyalty with 4 Sepulture Gals and 2 Skullport Merchants. I mean, when price of loyalty works, fair enough. You'll always have your price of loyalties. I'm not sure 6 price of loyalties is actually good, because I could be wrong. Definitely if you have 6 of them, maybe it does have a yeah, if you play 2 in a turn, suddenly it becomes a lot better. You're right. Oh, and 4 free sack outlets. Oh, because it's Sepulture Gal. I'm thinking of a different card. Yeah, you have 6 sack outlets and 3. Yeah, okay, so it's a constructed deck. Except it actually has 6 of a copy of a card, so it's actually better than constructed deck. Alright. I'll attack. You want to trade? I'll take the trade. I kind of should have played Clever Conjurer to say my hand's open, so that they're more likely to take that trade. Oof. Man, Clever Conjurer has really been doing its job. Just 3 mana 2/3 is pretty good in a set that has a bunch of 2-drops, that has a bunch of bears. And then the fact that I could also kind of ramp. Do I make him have it? Yes, I make him have it. They were so certain I'd faint at that. Alright. I think I start by attacking with a 2/1, and then I play Varis into Underdark Basilisk. Yep. I like that. And I use this to untap my island. There we are. Pixie Guide is not really what I'm looking for, though I appreciate it. Oof. A lot of people are trying to do aggro. Well, there are definitely... Compared to Strixhaven, there's a lot more cards for aggro. So it makes sense. Well, I now know they're smart enough to attack in without a combat trick, saying make them have it. So I'm going to take advantage of that. And Celestial Unicorn, if it attacks, I'm okay with a 3-2 coming in. I don't care about the Celestial too much. Wow, just Steadfast Paladins and Unicorns. Alright. Well. I say we just play a Ginny Windseer, and we say, hey, we're the control. Between the two of us, I'm the control deck. Now I have a flyer to take care of things. I kind of want both, but I also kind of want land drops. I'm going to keep the contact of... I'm going to keep both, yeah. I'm going to just keep both. Next turn I am a Direwolf Prowler. So we just leave it as is. Any attacks? I mean, Arcane Investigator always equalizes in trades. And it deals damage. Why not? Turn your Celestial Unicorn into 4/3. Kill the Steadfast Paladin. I am perfectly accepting. Okay, Investigator is not my win condition here. Yep. Take the damage. You know you want it. I have 2/3/3. I have a 3/3 and a 2/3 to block your 2 Steadfast, and an Underdark Basilisk to block your Unicorn. Man, Steadfast Paladin's just like... It's a perfect limited card, but I don't think you draft 6 of them like this person did. Wow. This guy committed to the healing. You do not play Potion of Healing. This format does not have support for Potion of Healing. It's a 2-mana cycle, and you... Like, this is Revitalize without instant speed. And the times Revitalize is played, it's the 23rd pick, or it's a combo card for other cards. Yep. Next is put +1/+1 counter on target creature. We're gonna make the Ginny scary. None of these have flying. I can't think of a single combat trick that gives flying. So here's the question. Do I untap the Genie, or do I tap Island, attack with both Dire Wolf Prowler and the Genie? I think untapping with the Dire Wolf Prowler doesn't really go to my win condition. They have 3 mana untapped and 3 cards. I'm a play around combat tricks. No, I'm the turn here. This is not suspicious at all. Don't you worry. Don't you worry. Gain your pathetic life. Your unicorn means nothing. It's just like if you gain life, then you're controlling, but for what? What are you going towards? Do you have White Dragon, sir? If you have White Dragon, I can understand all of this. But yeah, I have a Death Toucher. Have fun swinging in. But yeah, Direwolf Prowler could double kill both Steadfast Paladins, but what's the point when they're gaining life during the process? Alright. Start with completing my adventure and drawing a card if I can. Alright. Now we get a wolf. Attack with a Genie Windseer again. And do I create a treasure and adventure again? Why not? This will allow me to contact other plane and actually have mana untapped for things. Yep, more scrying. 1, 2, 3, 4. I don't even care. I don't even care about that right now. And we're gonna untap the forest, so that if they try to attack, I can upgrade my Direwolf Prowler. Actually, I should have just tapped the Ginny Windseer. Oh well. Made a mistake. My bad. Another Celestial Unicorn. For what? To what end? To what end? And you've made it clear that you don't have any combat tricks. If you attack and I'm blocking with Varis, I don't care. You ain't got it. You ain't got it. I know better. Alright. Contact other plane actually leaves me pretty well untapped. Or Bag of Holding leaves me untapped, is what I meant. So yeah, we're going to actually Bag of Holding and probably put the contact other plane inside the bag. Scion of Stygia. I'm going to put the contact other plane in here. If they disenchant it, I am in a bit of trouble, but, like, I think that's the least of my problems. I think the problems are on their end. So this way, I can now do quite a few things if I'd like. If they try to do a buff, I can Sky in and tap down one of the creatures they're attacking, one of the creatures they're planning to buff. Creatures you control get +1/+1 and gain vigilance. Tap down a steadfast paladin, so there's less lifelink. Yep. I like that. Create a 1/1 red goblin, so I have even more blockers. Or tapping down one of your lifelinkers. You going to attack still? You still interested in attacking, bud? It's the correct move. Trust me. Trust me. I have your best interests at heart. Yep. Probably should have attacked. Well, no, if they have a blowout spell, they have a blowout spell. With that, their lifelink is gone. I'm pretty sure I could just swing in. Oh, they phased out my wolf. That's pretty smart. Alright. So let's see, I have 1, 2... So if I Charmed Sleep, I have 1, 2... So if they block all the big cards... I'm still going to start with Bag of Holding tap. Split the party, bounce half their creatures, and then I just probably win the game from there. Alright, that's my win condition. So I'm going to put the Force in there. Cast a Charmed Sleep so that they can't lifelink next turn. And make this very easy to swing in my mind. Yeah, just tap down their lifelink. No healing for you. Next turn I split the party, at least one gets bounced, and then I swing in for lethal. Because if this ain't lethal, we have other issues. Alright, another Devoted Paladin. So now that it bounces 3 creatures, swing in, they block all the big ones, and I still have lethal. Alright, fair enough. I don't need the Death Touch. Cheers. There we are. Unless they have some big trick at the top end. This is actually better, I think. Just lets me attack with the Clever Lumimancer, and then I just make them lose a life. There we are. Alright, so they kill Varis, but who cares because they're dead. Only 1 point of damage actually has to get through thanks to Ginny Windseer. Yep. Ginny Windseer, just a 4-mana 3/3 flyer, is an amazing body. Did they... I was gonna say, did they just double block my Clever Conjurer? Alright. 4 wins. Always happy with at least 4 wins. We'll keep moving with 4 wins. We do want to get 7 wins, of course, but we grab as many as we can, and 4 makes us happy, 5 makes us very happy. Happy days. We spent 100 gems for 3 packs and all this other stuff. Technically, it's a token entry, but I treat it as worth 1,500 gems when I purchase the Mastery Pass to get the token, because I've gained the Mastery Pass for all the extra rewards. Not enough lands, I've learned this lesson. Alright. Clever is a very good card. It will actually allow me to get to the green for Varis if I need to. I think this is actually the play. Actually, I could venture into the lands I need. That's much better. They also had to mulligan. Thank goodness. That's actually a positive for me. Alright. Oh, that means I could actually use the treasure to find a Curse Idol if I need it. Or I could just save it for the Hill Giant Herd Gorger. Yeah, I'd rather Clever Conjurer into Varis than spend a treasure for a single venture. Or I could just draw Forest and be awesome. Both work. Both work. Ooh, I could create a treasure token so I could Hill Giant Herd Gorger next turn guaranteed. I'm trying to think. There are some flash creatures. There's no flash creature big enough. I'm gonna play the Boulette. I'm gonna create Goblin. This is not the best for Hill Giant Herd Gorger, but I don't need Herd Gorger. I have Varis. I'll Herd Gorger later. I took the Sphere of Annihilation. You don't have that one. Flattering Skeleton. Alright. Put +1/+1 counter on target creature. So, otherwise I make them lose a life. I'm gonna let... I'm actually gonna put on the Boulette, and then I'm gonna attack with my Goblin. I will trade the Goblin for a +1/+1 counter, or just more for... Because if this dies, Boulette gets a counter. That makes its Clarion Skeletons unable to really involve itself. Yep. Works for me. Alright. Next turn, I Hill Giant Herder. Using Clever Conjurer and the Treasure Token. Ooh. Oh. Oh. No worries. I don't think I have a kill spell for the Mind Flayer, but I do have other effects that can help me. So that Mind Flayer is just sitting in the back, doing nothing. The longer this game goes on, the better it is for me. Do you care about your Frost Giant? That's actually perfectly good and dandy. Alright, so everything dies and attacks. If I swing with Herd Gorger, it double kills, at worst. And then I have a 4/4 dragon. Did he not read Green Dragon? You should definitely, if he's sacrificing a creature in this attack, he's sacrificing the Boulettes. Just to be clear. Any other play is a mistake. Okay. That's close enough to correct that I'll allow it. Because you could venture with that. But Boulette happens at the end of your turn, not at the end of mine. I could Charm Sleep the Rhyme Shield Frost Giant, because I have enough mana for that. And then I swing in with Hill Giant and Green Dragon, and it puts him in a bad spot. If he double blocks using Boulettes, I block with a Mind. There's actually some hilarious things I could do there. Alright. Well, I'm just going to leave the Hill Giant up on block now, because it stops his. Yep, I like this. Here's the question. Do I... So I'm definitely doing this. Do I just tap down their Charian Skeletons? No, I'm going to wait for them. They are blue and black. I'm going to wait for them to play a flyer. So I can tap that down and allow the green... Yeah, so this is what I'm going to tap down to let my Green Dragon through. Alright. They bottomed it. That's good for me. So we tap that down so they don't even have that to block. Back with there. And if they don't draw if they don't have a flyer to block the Green Dragon, we win next turn. That's the power of the dragons. You get to that point, and then you just win. Alright. I'm going to attack with the dragon first, see what sort of response they have, such as bouncing it. And then I'll play Pixie Guide. I'm gonna just make them lose one life. Oh, I could have untapped Green Dragon with Clever Conjure, but this actually means that I can block safely. Yep, that's the smart play. But there was nothing, that wasn't good enough. Yep, awesome. 5 wins. We made our money back, and then we made all of our gems back. We made more. We're going for value. Everything from here is just value central, everyone. Feels good. Feels good. So yeah, it seems like if you're the venture deck, you're going to kind of dirtle the board, and then flying over your opponents is quite important. But you definitely need to play a 2-drop on turn 2. That is definitely a huge thing. So you have 2-drop that draws his cards. 2-drop, 2-drop. Yep. Not my strongest hand, but it's a playable hand, and sometimes that's good enough. It's like, this hand is weak. It only has playables. Alright. Yeah, and that's the thing. There's nothing here that's, like, so dangerous that they want to, like, rip it out now. I'll play the Arcane Investigator to, because if they don't have a creature, we get a attack in for 2. If they do have a creature, I'll just Clever Conjure and take care of something else next turn. Alright. No attacks. I like that Boulette is kind of like a combat trick. Wow. That was a fast concession. That was a terrifyingly fast concession. I'm happy. I got my win. But that was a terrifyingly fast concession. Oof. Well, we're going for 7 wins. How awesome is that? I'm okay if I don't go 7 wins. This was not a deck I expected to go 7 wins, but... Alright. Playable into playable. And then a single land either gives me a counterspell or big, scary playable. I like it. Scares them with instant speed, because if I draw an island by turn 3, I actually get a hold up both Sign of Stygia and you find the Villain's Lair. Which is an amazing combination of hold up. And if they don't play anything significant, I could still Clever Conjure, because man, Clever Conjure has done its job. This card does seem good. I think, yeah, it was in the deck of the people that beat me, so it is a good card. Alright. Ooh, I have you find the Villain's Lair active. I'm gonna end my turn here. I get a Sign of Stygia or counter their creature. Alright. Ginny Windseeker or counter a creature? I think as long as they don't have a creature, I actually apply more pressure. So I'm gonna do as I am. There we go. Yep. And then if I get a land in this scry, I can use it to... It is a flyer. They're going to be at 10 health. 3... Sure. I can actually go into the Abyss, or, sorry, the Tomb of Annihilation to make them lose health, so that we can win even more aggressively and fastly, quickly. Start with it, swing in, see how they respond. Alright. Alright, they're at 6 health. Alright, since they're at 6, I'm gonna actually... I'm just gonna scry, I think. Actually, no. They're at 6 health. Yeah, we're Tomb of Annihilation. I wasn't the aggro deck, but then you were the control. So yeah, the next one will make them discard a card, or else they just keep going lower. Secret Door will allow me to just keep searching through. Oh, they had a Selfless Path. That explains a lot of their plays. Alright. So they chose... Go to the Mad Mage? I swear they probably chose the Out of Life game alone. Deck next turn for lethal. I could start Secret Dooring for some spells. This only scries him. Target creature can't attack until your next turn, so possibly equipping a torch and attacking could help slow me down by already having too much pressure. This guy went too slow. Yep, this person thought slow was the speed we go at. So, punished. Man, I actually went to Tomb of Annihilation, guys. Also, can I just say how scary it is as a player to see in Limited someone go into Tomb of Annihilation? Alright. Double Venture, target creature can attack, which I'm assuming is my Hill Giant, because that's actually better sacrificing your Paladin to do that. Yep. Can't attack, but can block. They didn't play much. They had a Ventures deck that just did not get off the ground. Well. 7 wins. That was not a deck that I expected could get 7 wins, but it's a deck that I knew could. All my money, and then some. Beautiful. Oh, beautiful. All the packs. All the packs. Got Prosperous Innkeeper. That was a pretty good card. Hive of the Eye Tyrant. So I might put that in my Cleric deck just to help me play against board clears. That's the only reason I put it in there, but I'm not sure it needs it because of... But then again, I didn't play against many board clears. Oof. Into the Bard, me just mocking it, and now it's coming back for me. I do feel good that I didn't get blinded by having the black board clear. I figured out that blue and green were better. Oof. Alright. Fail Out Trickster's pretty cool. Oh well. And we get Yuan Tina. Oh, I have one more pack after this, but yeah. Good cards all around. Gain my card rewards. All things taken care of. Critical hit. And Teleportation Circle. I do enjoy that concept of Teleportation Circle. With Thassa technically gone in 2022, Teleportation Circle could actually see some serious play. Oh, that's pretty cool. Alright, everyone, I hope you enjoyed the draft. Thank you all so much for watching. I hope you all have a wonderful day.